Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. This is Guthrie Chamberlain, and I'm your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 7-day-a-week, 7 Minutes of Wisdom podcast. This is day 265 of our trek, and yesterday we discovered the 18 signposts for strong personal leadership. Today we will extend our trail and look for 7 more signposts to develop our personal philosophy of life. If you do miss any of the Wisdom Trek episodes, please go to wisdom-trek.com to listen to them and to read the daily journal. We are recording our podcast from our studios at Home 2 in Charlotte, North Carolina. On the day that this episode will be released, we will be back at the Big House in Ohio. There is an extensive amount of renovation work that needs to be accomplished on the weeks that we spend in Marietta as we prepare for the Chamberlain reunion on the July 4th weekend. We won't be nearly finished with the entire house, but we will have made significant progress in the last 5 years. For the reunion, we are anticipating between 75 and 100 people from our family to be in attendance that weekend. It will be a fun and exciting event. As you can tell, our personal philosophy about family is very important to us. We desire to preserve the heritage that has been entrusted to us. We realize that very few individuals in today's fragmented and fast-paced society have the privilege that we've had in this. Just as we are aware of this, on the trails that we're going to hike today, we will look for additional signposts to discover the 7 insights for developing your personal philosophy. Your philosophy is one of the greatest determining factors on how your life works out. Today we will look at how to build a meaningful philosophy for your life. While there are many puzzle pieces for success, without developing a sound philosophy, those other pieces are of little value. So as we go along on this journey towards success, let's remember these 7 insights. The first one is to set your sail. The winds of circumstances blow upon all of us. We have all experienced the winds of disappointment, despair, and heartbreak. But why do so many people arrive at such different places at the end of their journey? Have we not all sailed the same sea? The major difference isn't circumstances, it is the set of your sail, or we might say the way that you think. It's what you do after you set your sail and the wind decides to change direction. When the winds change, you must change. You have to struggle to your feet and reset your sail in a manner that will steer you in a direction of your own deliberate choice. The set of your sail, or you might say the way you think or how you respond, has a far greater capacity to destroy your life than any challenges that you might actually face. How quickly you respond to adversity is far more important than adversity itself. The greatest challenge in life is to control the process of your own thinking. The second insight we want to look at today is to learn from success and failure. The best way to establish a new and powerful personal philosophy is to objectively review the conclusions that you've drawn about life. Any conclusion you've drawn that isn't working for you could be working against you. The best way to counteract misinformation and wrong data is input new and accurate information. Gather information from your own personal experiences. If you're doing something wrong, evaluate what you did wrong and change things. You can also seek an objective outside voice about how you are and what you are doing. An objective opinion from somebody you respect can lead you to an early and accurate information about your decision-making process. Listen to the freshness of an outside voice, someone who can see the forest and isn't lost in the trees. Observe the successes and failures of other people. If people who have failed could give seminars, that certainly would be helpful to us. You could see how people mess up and you wouldn't have to do what they did. Past failures and errors prompt you to amend your current conduct so that you don't replicate the past. Study from people who do well. You should be in constant search for people you admire and respect, whose behavior you can model. It is far better to deliberately choose the people you will permit to influence you than allow bad influences to affect you without your conscious choice. The third insight for developing your personal philosophy is to read all that you can. People from all walks of life who have had some of the most incredible experiences have taken the time to write about their experiences so that you can be instructed and amend your philosophies. The contributions of other people enable you to reset your sails based on their experiences. Books offer a treasure of information that can change your lives, your fortunes, your relationships, your health, and your careers for the better. For myself, one book that has shaped my philosophy dramatically is the book of Proverbs in the Bible. King Solomon, the wisest person who ever lived, wrote most of the book of Proverbs. The book contains words that are rich, practical, and applicable to everyday life and philosophy. The fourth insight for creating your personal philosophy is to keep a journal. The journal is a gathering place for all your observations and discoveries about your life. It is your own transcripts that captures your ideas, your experiences, your desires, and the conclusions about people and events that have touched your life. The past, when properly documented, is one of the best guides for making decisions for the future. The very act of writing about your life helps you to think more objectively about your actions. Writing tends to slow down the flow of information and gives you the time to analyze and ponder the experiences. The intense scrutiny of writing a journal can enable you to make refinements about your philosophy that are truly life-changing. The fifth insight for creating a personal philosophy is to observe and listen. Pay attention during the day and watch what's going on. Surround yourself with people you respect and admire. Find people whose personalities and achievements stimulate, fascinate, and inspire you. Then strive to assimilate those best qualities into your life. This is called the skill of selecting. Don't waste time on the silly and the shallow. One of the major reasons people don't do well is because they keep trying to get through the day, while a more worthy cause would be to get from the day. We must become sensitive enough to observe and ponder what's happening around us. Be alert, be awake, for the most extraordinary opportunities are hidden among seemingly insignificant events. Also be a good listener. Find a voice of value and stay for a while. While so many voices are vying for our attention, you need to develop the skill of selective listening and only focus on the information that really appeals to you. If the voice is not leading you to the achievement of your goals, exercise real caution on how long you listen to that voice. The sixth insight on creating your personal philosophy is to be disciplined. Every day is filled with dozens of personal crossroads, moments when you are called to make decisions regarding minor as well as major questions. These decisions chart the path of your future destination. With careful mental preparations, you can make wise choices. The development of sound philosophy prepares you for making sound decisions. When you eat healthy foods, you experience positive results in a short period of time. When you start exercising, you feel a new vitality almost immediately. When you begin reading, you're experiencing a growing awareness of a new level of self-confidence. New disciplines practiced daily will produce exciting results. The magic of new disciplines can cause you to amend your thinking. And the seventh insight for creating your personal philosophy is don't neglect. Neglect is a major reason people don't have what they want. If you don't take care of things in your life, neglect becomes a disease. If you neglect to do good things with your money, you probably neglect to do good things with your time. If you don't know what's going on with your health or your bank account, you could be at serious risk. Set up new disciplines to change your life. Don't neglect. Everything is within your reach if you will read books, use journals, practice the disciplines, and wage new and vigorous battles against neglect. Be wise and build your own philosophy. Study the book of Proverbs and others that have been shown to be wise. Commit yourself to a new journey and say, I'm going to change my life. Once you do that, you'll never look back. As is written in the book of Colossians, chapter 2, verse 8, don't let anyone capture you with empty philosophies and high-sounding nonsense that come from human thinking and from the spiritual powers of this world, rather than from Christ. Tomorrow on our trek, we will explore the 7 activities that we all should incorporate into our lives. So encourage your family and friends to join us and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, Creating a Legacy. That will finish our podcast for today. Just as you enjoy these daily doses of wisdom, please share Wisdom Trek with your family and friends through email, Facebook, Twitter, or in person as you meet with them, and invite them to come along with us each day. The journal for today's trek can be found at wisdom-trek.com. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, your friend, as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal each day. As we take this trek together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. This is Guthrie Chamberlain reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.